What's up, YouTube? Today we're back with another video. We're going to be doing a mid-high bald fade. And before you start, you want to make sure you comb everything down. I just didn't start the video process before I did that. You're going to want to start with your trimmers and set your first initial bald guideline. And you're going to want to make sure it's consistent around the whole entire head, because this is what sets the shape of your fade. Now, with the lever open, you're going to want to go up about a half an inch. Now, I make sure I go over it a couple of times because I do want to ensure that it's even at that lever open length before I continue on with my fade. Then you're going to want to set up your next guideline with your number 1 guard, another half inch up. Now you want to make sure that you're flicking out towards the weight on top so you don't create too harsh of a line. This also helps kind of skip a step in between your fade. By using the flick out method, you're able to turn that 1 guard into a 1.5 or 2. But as you see here, I do like to close my lever right under that just to clean up those dark spots in that fade before I continue using my next guard. Now you're going to want to grab your half guard and go in between both your 1 and your no guard open lever. Fade out those dark spots in between that fade. I am zooming in it a little bit right here for you guys so you can see those dark spots getting taken out. We are working in that middle section right there with that 0.5 guard. Now you're going to want to grab your open lever and clean up that bottom section of that fade. Now, as you can see here, if you don't want to take out too much bulk, you can use the corner of your blade instead of your full blade to work in those smaller sections. Now, this is going to clean up those dark, small areas without taking that fade up way too high. That's what's gonna make this fade pop. Gotta play with that lever. Close it, open it as needed. But make sure you stay under that initial 0.5 guard. If not, you are going to raise that fade up way too high. See, I'm just using the corner of the blade right here, playing with my lever. After you're done doing that, you want to make sure that you don't push your client's edge up back. So what I like to do, since we have a little bit of weight on top in that front area and he is thinning a little bit, I do move the bulk over with my comb to make sure I know how the hair is growing and laying down. And I line them up just to keep it real natural. Next, you're going to want to grab your shavers. Right here, I'm grabbing my Stylecraft Instinct shavers. And I'm making sure that on the bottom of the fade, it's smooth to the scalp. This is what's going to make the fade really pop. Now, to erase this bald guideline, you're going to want to use your trimmers, but I like to use my corners here so I don't go too high on my fade. That way I could race that bald guideline without going too high on what I already worked on. Now you're gonna want to do the same thing on the other side. Unfortunately, my camera died, stopped recording mid-cut, so I was not able to get the back or the other side of the haircut. This is gonna cut out in about 5 seconds, but I am glad that I noticed right after doing the lineup. So I was able to turn the camera back on. This is right after the lineup right here. Now that we're back, just doing some detail work right now. Want to make sure that that bulk is taken care of. So you're going to want to grab your thinning shears and debulk those darker areas. That's going to ensure this fade really pops. We want to make sure there's not too much bulk up there. See, I'm just taking out those dark spots, making sure this fade is real clean. Now, as you guys can see, this fade is coming together now. I do use my comb over shear technique. And ultimately, whatever you do on this side, you do have to do on the other side. Make sure everything is even. Normally, I would be doing the beard, but in this case, my client did not want to do that since he is shaving that night. So in that case, there was no need to do the beard. Now this haircut's pretty much done, but as you can see, I am grabbing my clipper again, and I do like to take care of those small little areas where I feel like some adjustment is needed. There's some dark spots, but as you can tell, I am just using the corner of my blade. I do not want to use the full blade and cause the fade to potentially go higher. As you can tell in this angle, this fade is looking really clean. All natural haircut, by the way. This is the final result. Please let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and tell me what other types of haircut tutorials or content you want to see. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.